Welcome to the DaChop Team. I'm your host, Seth the Dart Child.
I'm your host, Twins Inc.
Our show is about two guys and any friends that happen to come over with a topic that we want to chop up.
This is our Barbershop style podcast. We discuss it all. If the fellas at the shop will go in on it, we will. Let's chop it up.
Let's chop it up.
Yo, yo, yo.
Ladies and gentlemen, what's going on? How y'all doing today? I hope good. Seth the Dart Child, how you doing, my brother?
Oh, man, I'm just enjoying the day. It's finally feeling like Halloween in Atlanta. Drizzly, foggy, cool. Looks Halloweenish.
Sounds about right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you know, I have to always give a disclaimer. It is Sunday, as we stated, and, you know, it is that time of the year, and that's football season year, right? So we still coming to you live and direct with the content. We do got to let you know. We do got the Direct TV Sunday Ticket going on. And no, they're not a sponsor. Now, if they do want to be sponsored, to hit the DaChop Team up in the email, and we could talk some things out. But as of right now, what I'm saying that I got the red zone up on the screen. So as we talking and going through these conversations, if you see us just stop and pause or cut, whatever, it's because a play happened, someone got hit, flip, come back, something crazy. So I just want to give y'all, the live watchers who's watching right now, what's going on. That's what's going on in our background. Now, for my Monday listeners at 7 a.m. on the major platforms, if you want to see what we're talking about right now, go to YouTube, type in the DaChop Team, and you'll find out what we're talking about.
Always, every day.
That's what I'm saying. And my team, ooh, see, my running back, ran this dude over. You know what I'm saying? Just like that. But anywho, let's get into this topic today. Now, I want to give a disclosure out there because, you know, a lot of people think that, you know, this channel is just men bashing women. That is not the case. It's open dialogue conversation. It's a barber-style conversation. If you ever been to a barbershop, then you will understand. If you haven't, you need to go to one. Even the salon, because y'all talk about some stuff in there too. Especially if it's all women in there. Y'all talk about some stuff in there. I'm just be clear. But in the guys' barbershop, we talk about everything too as well. Whew, see, hard stop for a second. So the topic that we have today, right? And it was given to one of my listeners out there. Say, hey, y'all should guys to chop this out. So this is for my fellas out here today. Fellas, do you want to feel needed or wanted? And we talking about in the relationship, right? Just that simple. Not, do you want to feel needed? Do you want to feel wanted? That's how we're going to chop it up today. Like how I roll into that one?
Yeah, I do. I
it's
like
kind of
it.
natural, isn't it?
See, and you know what? The DaChop Team should be just natural in the way you think.
So
Message.
Facts. So this is nothing we kind of planned out. I filmed the topic before we walked in here. I said, don't talk about it. Before he couldn't even say anything about it, I asked him about work to get his mind off it. But still, he think about it. So what you're going to hear right now is completely fresh from his point of view. Me, I had some time to talk about it because a friend of mine answered the question, so I've been chewing up in the brain a little bit. But he just found out today about it's 3:21, maybe like 3:15, 3:10, because you know we do start at 3-ish on Sundays.
No more than 6 minutes have I been rolling this around in my mind. So I'm going to let you run it. I'm going to let you start it and give your perspective first so I can marinate, but go ahead. All
right. So I'll ask the question, do I want to feel wanted or needed? Man, and that's a good question. Me personally, I was like, at that time frame when I first was asked the question, I said, I want to feel wanted, right? You know, because as far as men, we do a lot of things without really, most of the time, expecting anything in return. It got to get done. Yeah. And it doesn't matter if you get a pat in the back, good job. It doesn't matter. It's something we just have to do. Even at work, here's a task we got to do. We do it. They might say, oh, good job. Outside that, you might even get a shout out of all the work you did after hours, during hours, trying to get the spreadsheet together to present it for everybody. And it's wonderful, but no one ever say good job, nothing like that. It's just something you got to do. So what I'm talking about as far as me being wanted, I in a relationship wise, I like to feel wanted. I mean, not that, things are supposed to happen a certain way. Now they're going to happen, but it kind of falls in as far as the appreciation part is where I'm kind of getting at. What I'm leaning to as far as the wanted part, right? Kind of needed to, but I'm just gonna sit on the wanted side just for a little bit. Yeah. I'll land there because I'm sure when he says something, then I might bring more out. But right now, I want to be feel wanted, ladies, not needed. Because needed mean that, I'll stop. Go ahead, Seth.
All right. So, okay. All right. So listen to what you just said. I'm gonna take, because I already don't like the question. Wanted or needed sounds like a woman thing. All right.
It was presented to me for a moment.
And that's important because women and men need, expect different things in a relationship.
Facts.
I don't want to be wanted or needed. I want to be appreciated and respected. So
I like that.
Example in what you just said about work, based on what you just said, right?
Right.
If I do a good job at work, I might not get a thank you or something like that. It becomes par for the course because I did my job well. But if I do my job well at work, my income goes up. I will get raises. I'll get bonuses. When promotions come open, I am thought about because even though they didn't tell you they were watching, everybody's always watching, right? So at work, I'm not needed or wanted. I'm appreciated. And my work is respected.
I like that.
So just based on that, would I rather be wanted or needed? Neither, because I don't want to be wanted because I got a lot of people around me, quite a few women in my life actually. They're, in my humble opinion, and this isn't an attack on women, but women are like children. They're just mindless creatures of want. They want this, they want that, they want this, they want that. I almost never see them appreciate having even if you give them what they want, they just move on to another want. And you can't keep up. I don't think it's healthy for them to be wanted by women because they want something different every 2 days on weeks. That's my opinion, just to start.
Yeah, okay. Okay. What threw me off is that when you said like kids, that kind of threw me off there. Like, oh, this is what we're doing.
I'm trying not to, but I'm just taking it in context.
I get it, and it's funny too. You said I'm not taking no shots at anyone, but yeah, that just threw me off there.
I'm not taking shots. It's my opinion. Like I wouldn't have never said it out loud, but let's be real. Your girl, a friend of mine's, wants to go out and eat.
Right.
She also wants a new pair of shoes. She also wants to go to a movie. She also wants to but at the same time, having done some of that stuff, it just morphed into another want. Once she full and ain't hungry no more, now she just want to go home and go to sleep. Okay. And she be like, oh, thank you. I don't want you to thank me. I want you to break me off. I just paid for you to eat. Can you, let's break a brother off because I don't need your thanks. I actually need your physical appreciation.
So let's go back to what you said earlier, right? Because you said, I don't want to be wanted and I don't want to be needed. I want to be appreciated and respected.
You want me to add a little context to that?
Yes. Let's add some more context to that. Okay. Because, I get the want and need part.
Okay.
But coming from the men's point of view, and we talk, if you've been following our channel for a long time, appreciation and respecting has been something we've been kind of.
Yeah. The reason I said the want and the need is because men and women are different.
Facts.
The majority of things that a woman needs from you, the things that she needs from you, you are automatically going to give her anyway. If she gets with you, if you're a decent dude, if you're a dude that we can respect as friends, right? What does a woman need from a man? Just give me a few items that she needs from a man.
Protection.
That comes with the package. Keep going.
Okay. Stability.
That comes with the package. I mean, as soon as I walk in the door, this is Do you have a job? Yeah. How long you been on that job for a certain while? So you got stability. Do you have a little money in the bank? Yeah. So you are stable. Are you erratic? Not really. I'm kind of calm, cool, and collected. I handle my business, and I ain't never had no problem. So you stable? Have you? Do you carry weapons? I have some weapons, but I don't. I hope I never have to use them, but I'm prepared. So you automatically providing protection. You know, most of the stuff that women need from men, standard with the package if you get a decent dude.
Like he said, if you get a decent dude, that is correct. Most things come standard.
Standard.
So, okay,
It's
all
like
right.
It's like a fully loaded Escalade. You don't go in there and be like, well, do you have floodlights down it? You got a sunroof? Yeah. You got leather seats? Standard. You got a six disc changer back in the day? Be like, yeah, it's built in.
I'm glad you say back in the day. Yeah.
You know, back in, standard. Do you have
warm seats?
Do you have
Seat
warm
warmers?
seats? Oh, warm seats. Now that's an amenity. That's not standard. We'll work on that.
I mean, but if you have for a fully loaded vehicle, that should be standard.
Well, no, but still though, that could be a luxury.
You know what? That
And
is.
you be like, but you're not gonna buy because the seats ain't fully warm because they got leather seats, sunroof, floodlights, incredible sound system, look good, paint job good, rims on top, but the seats ain't warmed. You be like, I don't want this one. I'd rather take an Explorer. So,
All right.
So certain things that they need from us are standard on the model, for the most part, in my opinion.
And that's if they choose wisely. As far as, and once again, we're talking about the want and need, which is coming from the point of view of a woman's aspect. And it makes sense now that they're talking to another man with it, because I mean, we don't really speak on want and need, and in the sense that we do, but it's in the form of appreciation and respect.
And the appreciation comes in the fact that the standard model, not the luxury model, the standard model already comes decked out with 95% of your needs. I need you to appreciate having it. I need you to be like, I would love for a woman to be like, you know what? I'm happy with what I got.
And that's it, right? and that's where it is right there.
Okay.
Not all, but most women, they get with a certain person, and they will always want more. And it kind of goes back to how social media has destroyed relationships across the board, period. Not just married, single, just across the board, period.
Yep.
Because, and somebody said this in the show, but we said this before, because 2019 we've been doing this.
Been doing it for a minute.
But since when men or people, because this not when somebody was found attracted to somebody, normally it was only for the people that was local to you. You only dated people that was in your inner circle, and as far as your city, local towns, right? You go to the movies, mall, you might see, right? But now is that the social media destroyed it, because now I can pretty much talk to a girl or a woman who's in California right now, and we linking up because I have more options to see different women and pick and choose from. So the woman that will be here that I would normally have a pool of women to choose from, I get a bigger option. And of course, with women, it's the same thing. Because especially the women, because you think about now, when you look at TikTok, Instagram, the women are advertising themselves on social media. And the men out there who got the money to fly women back and forth, they can do that. So this thing about the baddest chick that's in your neighborhood that you grow up with, only the top dudes in your neighborhood can talk to her. But because now she's access and people can see her across the world, dudes from California, New Jersey, Texas, Phoenix, whatever, I'm like, yo, how you doing? And they got money. Hey, I can fly you out.
You know what? I like where you go on that. Let's take a pin in for a moment. Let's expand on that little part.
Yeah.
The old hometown before social media. All you had to so let's say that there were 10 dudes, 10 girls in your neighborhood, right? You know the top boy and the top girl, right?
Yes.
Now, you also know the top boy could probably have all 10 of the girls if he wanted them.
True.
The top 3 boys could have all 10 if they want. But that was cool because it was just 10, right? And let's be 1,000. You actually knew back in the day, this is off topic from the one and need, but you actually knew back in the day that in 10 years, when the number one cheerleader ended up waiting tables at Denny's, you still respected her enough to give her a shot, even though you knew she had been ran through by the first 10 dudes, because it was only those 10 dudes back in the day.
Facts.
You know, and even if she was pregnant with another man's kid, it was actually a dude you might have been able to respect, because sadly enough, you might have always respected you might always respected Brad Maximus, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Bradley Maximus. You know, so I'm not saying it's right, but you gave her a shot. And if it came to being a stepfather to Brad's child, it was still wasn't some nameless individual that you never seen before, some crap like that. But now because of social media, the best girl in your neighborhood is monetized. She has been to Miami. I heard this said, and I think Dennis Sperling said it. He said, when you see a nice looking young lady standing inside of a hotel and she's 23 years old and she's standing in front of the Biltmore Plaza Hotel or something like that, what do women see when they see that? Well, they see a young lady having a good time. What do men see when they see that? they see a HOE. They see a 304. I'm sorry. They see a 304. Why? Because no 23-year-old woman makes enough to stay at that hotel. So it doesn't matter what y'all see. It's what y'all are portraying. And at this point, it's a lack of respect, because not even appreciation. I'm not going to be able to put you up in that hotel, and I know it. Doesn't matter if you need me or want me. I've seen you in front of that hotel. I seen you getting out of a green Lamborghini. And I know that no 26-year-old girl from Scottsdale, Georgia, or you know what I'm saying, West Philly, PA, from the projects has done something legally to be able to afford that green Lamborghini. AKA, she sold herself. All right. So you got. I mean, that's the point. That's the point when it starts saying appreciate. If you ain't appreciating where you at, if you ain't appreciating what I can do for you, what's the point? What's the point of any of this? Because you don't really want what I have to offer in the first place. That makes sense.
It does.
Did I expand on it?
No,
okay.
no. That was a great expansion. And once again, you were speaking back what I was saying about this, how social media is destroying the relationship concept across the board. Mm-hmm. Because once again, you have access and you can see other women, other men for the women, whatever, and you can get flown out. You can have long-term relationships, and that's it. So the dudes that are stuck with the women locally, they're stuck with it because they don't have the resources. I can't compete with John, who lives in Miami, who can fly you down every other weekend, and still in the plazas, you know, the top tier plazas. I can't compete with that.
Nope.
I can't compete with you going out, getting flew out, going to eat restaurants, and coming back and let's go to Long John Silver. You know what I mean? They don't like that's nothing.
And you won't respect. You won't show me any respect, and you won't no appreciation.
Thank you. So for the dude who's working the 9 to 5, because mind you, everyone can't be millionaires. Someone can't be having money like that. But the dudes who work in the 9 to 5, who's making between 80 to maybe 100,000 plus. Still,
well, no. Let's drop it to the average dude. Average income for a black male in America is $42K.
So $40K to $40K to $60K. I can't be able to provide you that type of lifestyle or going out or train.
Maybe once a year. Maybe once a year if I'm lucky. Do some overtime.
So it should be ladies. And I say this to the fellas because I really want to talk to the fellas because I know that I want to hear the ladies' point of view on this, right? I really do. So I want to do a part 2 of the show, but I want the ladies to tell their what's and needs. And I need ladies can be realistic with it. I don't need you come on a show and be capping.
Yeah.
Oh no, I want to do who does this and does that. Like that is lies. Because if that's the case, the worst race wouldn't be where it's at. You know what I mean? Like, let's be real. What do you really want? And then once you have it, is that what you really want though?
See that?
You know what I'm saying? Or what do is it really control what you really want? But then when you can control, I just don't know at the point now. It's the point now where I get it. I understand why the passport bros is a big thing now because it's hard for a man here in America to compete with a woman and stay in a relationship with a woman because they can't do everything that the top 10% dudes they see all the time. They always hear how the girlfriends are going out, going this places, getting travel here, getting these type of bags, and you working hard to provide for your family, but it's never enough. Oh, you boring. We don't do nothing. Well, you don't appreciate what I do.
You know.
So I'm just throwing it out there. I know I'm just kind of a little bit over.
Yeah. See, I like when we have these conversations because, I'll start here and I'll try and tie a story over here that ain't the same with the one over here, like I'm about to do. Right?
Message.
Yeah. So, it's like this, right? Back in the ancient days during my marriage, at one point or another, I remember this quite clearly. It was Lord of the Rings, the first one. Right. Huge Lord of the Rings fan. Right. So I got excited about the movie. My ex was not excited. She didn't care for it. Right.
Okay.
So she couldn't appreciate what I wanted. And this is before social media. This is like right at the beginning of social media. Right. Because it got worse later. At one point or another, when the second movie came out, I didn't take her the first. I didn't even bother taking her. She was like, "Where you going?" I said, "I'm going to see a movie." What movie? I'm going to see The Lord of the Rings: The Two Towers, the second part, right? And she shrugged it off. She said, "Oh, okay." Didn't get mad or nothing. Right? Cool. The third movie, The Return of the King, came out. I went with one of my best friends. I didn't even bother telling her about it. She came to me a little while later and said, I want to go see the Lord of the Rings movies. Because they had a little marathon where it was an all-day marathon.
So she caught up.
No, hold on.
Okay.
But let me hear the reason why she caught up.
Okay, go ahead.
I want to go see the Lord of the Rings movies, right? Okay, cool. I'm like, why? Because I'm a fan. I was all down for it. She said, I talked to my friend.
Ooh.
And my friend explained the movie and talked to me about the movie in a way that I liked. And now I feel like I need to go watch them. At this point, that took all the joy out of my spirit, right? So I still took her to the movie. I indulged her, sat through 12 hours of movies, which I actually really enjoyed, but I didn't enjoy it with her, right? Later on, when I told her something that I liked and I wanted to do with her, I said, you know what? Go ahead and call your friends and talk about it. See if it's something you want to do. She got PO'd, bruh. Why did she get PO'd? Because I basically was telling her that she didn't have an opinion of her own. And the only reason she would enjoy doing it is if her friends co-signed it. Right?
Well, she created that monster.
And now fast forward to social media. If I got to worry about what one friend opinion is, now I got to worry about 1,000 people she don't even know opinion. Bruh, my relationship was over right then when I realized that my opinion didn't carry weight with her. Other people's
she didn't
opinions,
appreciate your opinion.
There it goes. Right? She didn't appreciate or respect my opinion. But when she got it from some other source, she wanted to give it a shot. And once social media happened, once again, it got worse. And we're not talking about a young lady. We're talking about someone in our 30s and 40s. We weren't young people. We were adults. This happened. Once social media, Facebook and Instagram really got started, it got worse. We're no longer married, but it got worse. So that, respect and appreciation. Social media has made that almost impossible for you to appreciate what you got, because if somebody else doesn't respect it, women or sheep, you're not going to respect it. Too much? Too far?
Damn.
But did that make sense?
Oh, for me, it did.
Okay.
For some people who don't know, some people are probably flipping their laptop over or their phone over, or,
I tried to be polite about it, but that happened. No exaggeration. And the worst part about it, and I'll tell you this part right now, now this is a personal anecdotal story that ain't got nothing to do with why we on this topic, but she did it to my son. In my part-time, in my, I used to fancy myself an artist. I've done a lot of art. I never got my kids into art. I tried. You can shove sketch pads and pens and pencils and take them to classes and try to talk to them about art. No good. My son came to me the other day, said, "Dad, look what I've been trying to do for the last couple of weeks." And he sent me a few sketches he had tried to do.
Okay.
And I'm, me happy. My son's 17 years old. He's not a kid. Happy. I'm like, okay, son. Okay, why are you getting into art? Because one of my friends, me and my friend was talking about it. I just
deflate you.
Yeah, because
all right, we'll continue talking to your friends then.
Yeah. I mean, like, I can run an art class. You don't, but you know what?
Well, I mean, you gotta give your son a little bit of grace because kids don't think our parents is cool like that until it's too late. No.
Nope.
You ain't giving a pass on that?
Nope. But
okay, I tried. I tried, son. I tried to help you out there.
I'm not giving him a pass on that per se because that pattern fits the pattern that his mother created. Once again, the respect in the house, we're separated. My kids live with their mom 95% of the time. We're not going to talk about that. But the point being is that particular response from him was the exact same response I got from his mother 15 years previous. That's taught. That you don't just get that. You don't have your friends validate your life. That's taught in the home. Social media made some of the stuff going on in people's houses more public. That's all it did. And that's why I don't give them a pass, because if I had never seen your mama do it, you would have caught me off guard. But I know where you got that from. And I know that I can't fix that. I can talk to you all day long, but you are what you see.
So make sure I understand correctly. So earlier in the younger age, you try to get him into drawing.
Absolutely.
Or not try to get into, you just try to bring into his.
As a dad,
you show him, I'm sure you showed him your stuff that you did. Oh, son, look what I did. And like, okay, cool, Dad, whatever.
And bought the material, tried to provide the classes, tried to provide the time and effort. He didn't care about it.
So you backed off from it. Cool.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? We understand. And he came back around and you thought maybe something just clicked.
I thought my daddy gene had kicked in. I'm like, woo, boy, my genetics finally starting to work. Okay,
right. And then you started talking to him like, man, what made you get back into this? My friends,
their opinions matter more than yours.
Okay, all right. Well, just keep talking to them.
All right, let me know how it turns out. And am I the asshole for not being enthusiastic about you deciding to do some junk I tried to get you to do 12 years ago? Just curious.
Yeah, man, that's a tough one. But I get it though. But if we go back to the root of the question. Mm-hmm. Do you want to be feel needed or wanted? And we said, for men, we want to be respected and appreciated. So I would like for you to appreciate my thoughts, my ideas that I might introduce to you, right? Mm-hmm. But then don't come out later on and say, "Oh, my girlfriend said this." I'm like, but I've been telling you this forever. I think like I've been trying to introduce you, so I get exactly what you're saying. It's kind of almost the same thing with me with Marvel, like. Which one we see? We seen Endgame, right? Did we see Endgame? Mm-hmm. Me and him had seen Endgame. Because Endgame was like the top peak of the plateau of the Marvel phase, like when it all hit the fan, right? Mm-hmm. I didn't go with wifey the first time. Me and homie went because
she couldn't have appreciated it. She wouldn't have felt the right way.
Especially if you haven't watched since 2008 when it all started. Like all of it comes together. As much as Marvel has been going up and down roller coaster, and we're going to chop that up pretty soon, but once they're going down, the first 4 phases, wow, wonderful. But now they're sloping a little bit. But the point I'm trying to make is that you have to watch every movie, credit scene, end scene, credit after credit scene, mid the TV shows in between there. So when it all comes together in the movie, it all makes sense. So if they say a little line in the movie, and I'm jumping like crazy, and you look at me like, what's wrong? You know what? Never mind. Because you're not invested how I am to understand that concept. So you don't appreciate the time I've been watching it and trying to get you involved in it. You just want to jump in at the end of the line like, okay, I'm watching too. Yeah, it was a good movie. Yep. But no, it wasn't great. It was fabulous. It was the best thing ever since sliced cheese.
Yep.
but a lot of reference things they said you just didn't get.
Nope.
When you seen Doctor Strange, if you didn't understand, if you didn't see What If series, you wouldn't understand the concept of evil Doctor Strange or zombie Doctor Strange. You wouldn't get none of that because you had, or even Captain Carter, you wouldn't understand her popping in there. She was in the What If series, but if you didn't watch the What If series, none of it would make sense to you. Mm-hmm. And once again, I'm just give you an example of appreciation and respect versus what in need. I mean, I want you to kind of, so I say this, I want you to appreciate the things. I want you to appreciate me. Mm-hmm. I need you to listen and understand. So I can put that in a sentence as far as one in need, but once again, how I'm answering right now, I'm going to let you go. How I'm answering right now, that topic, as far as what in need versus a man, appreciation and respect is what I need in one.
Yep. Now, I'm going to flip it because here's where we go to part 2 on that question. Because I would love to have a woman here to have this conversation with. But here's the flip, because men and women are different. That question was quintessentially feminine. Do you want to be wanted or needed? Men don't need women except for procreation, period. We don't need you. Nothing a woman can do, I can't do for myself except have a baby. I don't want you for anything. I mean, I do. I want you for the things I specifically want from you, aka sex. You know what I'm saying? I want you to fry me some eggs the way I really like them eggs fried. But there's nothing in the universe that won't get me from getting up and frying my own egg. I can do it, right? So it's a difference. But for women, it's different. That's why when you ask a man, do you want to be wanted or needed? No, that's a woman asking for validation. The actual question is, women, do you want to be wanted or needed?
Ooh.
That's what y'all need to ask, because
shit, that's a good one right there.
Yeah, it's very hard for a woman to put herself in the need category for a man. It's hard. I had a friend a couple months ago. It was a funny conversation. She got angry as heck. I was doing some housework, right? And she was like, do you need me to come over and help you? I cut her off on the kneecap.
Ah, damn.
Do I need you to come over here and help me to do a home improvement project? No, not at all. You're welcome to come over. You're welcome to, if you can provide some assistance, that'll be appreciated. But I don't need you to do a blank thing for me. And she didn't like those words. But I needed her to understand that you was out of pocket assuming that I need you to do something that I as a man can take care of on my own. Right? Now, even want. Let's talk about wants for a little bit. What do you want? What does a man want from a woman? Sandwich, sex, and silence. That's what we want.
Peace is what that means. Peace. Peace. Go ahead.
Yeah, but do you want a man to want you? See, women want man to lust after them. Oh, he can't keep his hands off of me. Oh, he do everything for me. Oh, he just want me to be over there all the time. That's what make y'all happy.
That attention.
Yeah.
That attention.
Y'all want that attention from a man. Most men don't. We don't lose sleep over attention. If I don't want to just throw it in the dirt like that, but what do you want? The women, ladies, is it better for you to be wanted or needed? I'm curious. I'm really curious.
Oh man.
But that's not a masculine question. It's not something I can even roll into.
No, I get it. I mean, once again, the question was presented from a lady, which makes completely sense, and I answered her to the best way that I could. But of course, after chopping up my brother here, it makes sense because want and need is more. I hate to say it, but on a woman's side,
that's feminine. But
what guys need, and it's really the same question, but it's more in our aspect: appreciation and respect. Mm-hmm. And you ladies need to understand how that appreciation and respect goes a long way. As far as man, like we wouldn't listen. We know as men we have to do certain things that we don't want to do. Point blank. Period. Like for example, in the middle of hot Atlanta. Say it again. Mm-hmm. Hot Atlanta. So it gets hot in here in Atlanta. You know what I'm saying? I have almost a half an acre of land that I cut myself. Now, I was doing it with a push lawnmower.
I would have wanted her to go cut the grass, but go ahead.
No. But at one point, I was cutting the front and back with a push lawnmower. It had to get done. Right? It has to get done. Now, granted, could I spend the money and pay some people to do it? Yeah, but when I know there's other things to get paid for, no, I could do that myself. Right? So when I'm saying that, do I want to go out there and cut this grass every week? Do I want to? No. But this will be done. But the fact that I'm doing that, I just want a little bit of appreciation. Baby, I thank you for, appreciate you. Got the yard looking all night. Even if the yard doesn't look good, you could.
No, but I would appreciate it if you brought me a bottle of water to help me with, it's hot out here.
Hey, listen.
You saw me sweating?
Hey, listen, no cap.
Appreciate my effort.
No cap. I know we just lost video, but we still live, ladies and gentlemen. Listen, that's no cap there. I've been living in this house since 2019. Okay? 2019, ladies and gentlemen. And I've been cutting my grass myself. Maybe one time somebody came over there, I think a nephew came over and they finished half the part I was finished doing. But outside that, out of the 3 years I've been here, I didn't cut my yard myself. And what he just said there, be nice somebody come outside with an ice cup, cold bottle of water or ice cup of water. Like, hey, man, I see her cutting the grass. No, it's hot. Here, boom. With that being said, did you catch that? Oh, he got the ball back. Sorry, y'all see football. Trying to tell y'all, this Bears games and Cowboys. Now the Bears is kicking, the Cowboys kicking the Bears' butt, but dude caught the ball, dude intercepted the ball, got the ball back, and it was good.
I just want to add that the Cowboys up by 20 points.
Yeah, that's not normal.
With 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter.
Yes.
If this was a Falcon game, it'll still be in contention.
But listen, but what I was getting at and I was talking about is that I never, me personally, had someone come outside and bring me a cold ice of water. And it's not to show shame or make anybody feel any bad, but I'm just using it as a true example that see how small how hard is it for you to go outside, see you do out there sweating the grass and cutting all that, just to get my ice cold water. Like, baby, I see how sweating do your thing and y'all look nice. You know what I'm saying? Boom. Well, and we appreciate that. Oh, baby, thank you.
Exactly.
And ice cold water would mean the world. Like, man, I need that.
Exactly.
And my baby, it's the fact that, dang, she really thought about me enough to bring me.
That's it. She really thought about me.
That's it.
That's literally all men. 99% of men, all we want is to know that you are thinking about us.
Yes.
That's it.
That's it.
There ain't no magic trick to this.
No trick.
It's not a trick question. It's not a gotcha question. It's not trying to be spiteful. It's simply put, when I'm doing something for you, do you appreciate what I'm doing? Right? That's it. See, that's the difference. Quintessentially, men, when a woman's needs, when it comes to me as a man, and when I walk into the house and you have a couch that just got delivered, or no, let's better. You're moving. What do you need to happen when you're moving? You need somebody to move this junk, right?
Facts.
It ain't no amount of appreciation is going to get that couch up them stairs, right? I see that. No amount of appreciation from you to me is going to get that couch up them stairs.
Facts.
No amount of want from you to me is going to get them boxes off that truck. I'm going to have to put in the work. I'm going to have to grab that couch, get it up the stairs. I'm going to have to unload them boxes. When it comes to cutting grass, I'm going to have to get the damn lawnmower and put in the work. That's period. So what do I need from you in that situation? I need you to help me, but you're not physically capable, and it's sometimes worse having somebody too weak to help you. That's why we don't make our kids do a lot of stuff. But I need you to appreciate my effort. I need you to know that when I get finished getting this couch upstairs and them boxes unloaded and this grass cut, my shoulders might hurt. My back might hurt. What would you do to show your appreciation for the work that I put in?
And also, ladies, let me give you a tip. even if it's a little bit of a lie, because I don't want to make it sound you can lie to me all the time. But for example, I'm still on the cutting the grass thing, right? Even though I cut the grass and I may not have the perfect lines, right? You know what I'm saying? You may not be perfect. You can still be, oh, babe, I said how you know doing your thing out there, the little circle lines you got going out there. Hey, I like it though. Thank you, babe. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get better. And as men, we know that we ain't doing stuff perfect. And we're like, thanks, babe. You know, I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm trying to get better with versus you saying, why your lines are crooked? And I already know they're crooked, babe. Dang. I actually, what I need is a new lawnmower, but no one's going to buy it for me, so I got to work what I got. See?
Most of my... See, that's, bruh, I think we should end it because we'll get petty, but the bad part is that a man, an average man, I'm not saying no exceptional dude, the average man will take care of his own needs. The average man. If a man is letting you take care of his needs, that's actually what he's letting you do. But when you say, I ain't gonna do that for you no more, only weak people cry about that. If my girl say, I ain't washing your clothes for you no more, I'm going to lose exactly no sleep. I know how to run a washing machine. I ain't cooking you no food. Okay. Since I can buy my own grocery and cook my own food, that's fine. Men see to their own needs. But when I do something for you, I did something for you that you might have had difficulty doing, that you might not have been able to do for yourself. Yeah, I want to be appreciated for it. And I don't expect to be paid back for it because I don't expect you to come to my house and cut my grass. I came to your house and cut your grass. Cool, baby, you my girl. I'm going to let you save $50, $60, however it costs to cut grass now.
And outside, you out here cutting, pushing the lawnmower?
Nah, baby.
Nah.
I got you, babe. I got you. I'm going to do that for you. I don't need you to pay me back. I need you to appreciate what I did. That's it. See how simple that get? That's the bad part. Women, in my opinion, now this is simply Seth the Dark Child's opinion, women don't appreciate the things men do for them. Y'all take for granted that we do this stuff.
And we're supposed to.
And without taking for granted that we don't have to do it for you.
Listen, and we choose to do it.
It's a choice.
And like I said, we're going to wrap this up here because we're not trying to be petty here. We're just trying to really answer the question about want and need is really appreciation and respect.
For men. The masculine question.
Yes.
Is appreciation and respect.
Exactly. And I talk to my fellas all the time. And once again, ladies, you know, guys do talk to guys. And let me rephrase that. The men, we sit around other men, we have these conversations about life and relationship and things. And we're not out here trying to say, oh, man, bro, you need to leave her. No, bro, forget that. No, we don't do that. We try to self-encourage each other. We try to help each other out, give each other knowledge and skill. Hey, bro, you should try this. We're always trying to improve each one. We say iron sharpen iron.
Iron sharpen.
That's what men do when we have this conversation. Mm-hmm. But, you know, we talk about real stuff all the time. And ladies, you need to understand, right? Regardless of the legal system that's out there right there, men choose what we choose what we want to do. Meaning that, I'm using this for example, so to make much more clarity. I'm a married man, but at the end of the day, I choose to come home every day.
Yep.
Let's just be very clear.
It's a choice.
It is a choice. It's a choice that I drive home and come home. I don't have to come home. Nope. And then no one's really going to stop me from not coming home. You understand what I'm saying? So I just want to put it out there is that as men, we have our own moral compass. Mm-hmm. And when I say men, I'm referring to my mature men, my men who's in their kids' life, who want to be in the kids' life, because some dudes don't have the option. But the guys who are in the kids' life and who want to be in the kids' life, we all have our moral compass. Any given day, we can be like, man, F it, I ain't do that. But I'm inside of me, I'm not that. I can't be an F boy. I can't be a dude like, no, I ain't taking care of my kids. F them kids. That's not in me, right? I mean, in my control, right? Because sometimes some dudes don't have the control to do that. It's take away from them. But the point I'm trying to make is that it's a choice that we men have, and we have our own internal moral compass on top of all the other stuff in the world that we supposed to do in X, Y, Z. Mm-hmm. So when it's all said and done here, and we're coming to a close here, we really, honestly, ladies, if any ladies who's hearing this, listen, DaChop Team at gmail.com. DaChop Team at gmail.com. DaChop Team at gmail.com. DaChop Team on Instagram. Slide that DM. Slide the Twin Zinc DM. Set the Dark Child on Instagram.
I gotta learn to use my DM.
Get in there. And if you know me personally, call me, text me. Listen, we definitely want to have a woman on the show, and we want to hear realness. I don't want to hear what the storybook or how you think it should be. No. Fellas, ladies, from your point of view, what do you want? What do you need? Like, give us men the cheat code so we can be better dudes, because as y'all will say, air quote, because y'all can't see it because the video went out, y'all matured quicker than us men, right? So, all right, cool. I'll let y'all have that. But give us the cheat code so we can be better men to you. That's all I'm asking. I'm just help us out, throw a bone out there, X, Y, Z. But make sure you understand that in the concept of all that, most men, we want this respect and appreciation. So I'm gonna land my playing there. Set the Dark Child. Anything you want to say if we wrap this up today?
Nope. I think I said enough. I'm gonna leave it on a high note, but that's it. I do want to say one thing, because I don't think this has been said anywhere on the internet, on the manosphere, or anything. But if you are trying to make men better men, something that's being lost in the mix is that the better the man you want, the better you're gonna have to be also.
Message.
That's it for me. Not better man, better woman.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for tuning in today on the DaChop Team. If you're watching live, we had some little video difficulties, but we're still recording, it's still live, and we'll get it together. Stuff happens, but what Kevin say? Build it
as you fly it.
Hey, that's what we're doing. We're building as we fly. But thanks to the DaChop Team once again. Live recordings every Sunday-ish, 3 p.m.-ish on Sundays. And then, of course, Monday morning on the major platforms, iHeart, Spotify, Apple. And for my Apple people, all y'all got Apple Podcasts on your phone. It's already embedded in your phone. So just go to Apple, iTunes, whatever, and type in DaChop Team. That's it. It'll pop right up. You see all the audio clips that we have recorded. And also, once again, ladies, if you're anyone out there who want to tune in, and mind you, it don't have to be on a Sunday. We can do a recorded show. So I'm going to put all out there. We don't have to do a recorded show. We don't have to do a live show on Sunday, because I know everybody like the football. If people like their time, I get it. If you want to do a recorded show on a Saturday, hell, if you want to call in, it could be on off day. We can record the show and let it drop on Sunday. It's just that simple. You don't have to actually be physically here. But I definitely like to hear a woman's voice on these topics, especially this topic here about wants and need. And I definitely want to hear from the woman's point of view. Okay?
Sir,
I'm done. It's Twin Zinc.
Steph the Dark Child.
Come on, Falcons, pull this out. We out.
Peace.
Peace. Stillers, sorry.